Welcome, moviegoers. How are we doing? Good, good. Do you have your ticket? All right, what do we got here? Real Swell. Good choice. You want to be in Auditorium 31? Straight ahead and to the right? Enjoy. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider Man, Episode 3. This particular episode is weird. Now, before I get into that, there's actually something that I need to go back to the first two episodes. There was something in those episodes that I noticed that didn't sit right with me, and I thought I was being picky. I thought maybe I was misremembering something, and it might also be weird that I'm caught up on this. But I noticed that Peter referred to Aunt May as just May, and it didn't sit right with my ears. And I thought maybe I'm just misremembering. Maybe there are other instances where he does just refer to her as May. So I let it go. Now, in episode 3, he refers to Uncle Ben as just Ben while in conversation with Aunt May. But later on in the episode, he does, when he's by himself thinking, he does say Uncle Ben. And I don't know what to make of that, to be honest with you. It's very strange that he refers to them as May and Ben. Another thing that I missed in the recap for episode 1 and 2 was the introduction of Lonnie Lincoln. Lonnie Lincoln is Tombstone, and he's a major character in this story we're getting in this series, and he has more in episode 3. Episode 3 mainly focuses on Norman Osborn knowing who Peter Parker is as Spider-Man. And the reason that he finds out is because previously in a previous episode, Spider-Man saves Harry Osborn. So Norman has been on this mission to find out who Spider-Man is so that he can thank him. And it turns into this fanboy situation where Norman geeks out over the genius of someone who could create the kind of tech that Spider-Man is currently using. And he also offers Peter to enhance his tech, his suit. And he becomes like this faux Tony Stark. So like this Tony Stark internship is literally Tony Stark, but Norman Osborn. It's a weird direction that they're going with this. And later on in the episode, we get introduced to two new demons, two new villains, one of which is Speed Demon. And Norman becomes Spider-Man's guy in the chair. Like he is watching surveillance over the city and hacked into Spider-Man's comms and is talking to him, guiding him on how to fight these villains. And I thought that was weird too. Like the direction they're taking this character is very strange. And I don't know if later on the villain aspect of Norman Osborn comes out. But right now maybe it's setting up, oh, Norman is putting Peter and Spider-Man on this pedestal and something happens that ruins it and he has to go against it. I don't know. It's weird. Now, Lonnie Lincoln, he and his brother are living with their parents, and a part of the first two episodes was showing us that Lonnie Lincoln is from a rougher part of the city. We got glimpses of crime and police presence and violence throughout the neighborhood where Lonnie Lincoln is from. we learn in episode 3 that Lonnie's younger brother is involved in a gang. Parents are upset. The police come over to their house, bringing Lonnie's brothers back. Dre is his name. And their mother is upset, and Lonnie goes on a mission to find him. And he finds himself at the hideout, or the spot where this particular gang gathers. And he makes a deal with the leader of this gang that says, hey, let my brother go. I will join your gang. So now we've got Lonnie Lincoln's passage into possibly becoming Tombstone. We don't know how long that's going to take, and maybe this isn't the direction they're going, but we know now he is a part of the crime atmosphere and environment. He's going to be doing some sketchy stuff throughout this series. We also have officially Peter Spider-Man accepting Norman's help in becoming his guy in the chair and his Tony Stark, essentially. It's weird that they're asking us to make the connection between Norman Osborn and Tony Stark, when that was a very big criticism of the MCU, Spider-Man and Tony Stark relationship. But that's where they're going with it. Now, is that something that should matter? I think it is. Because we literally spent Spider-Man No Way Home getting Peter back to that independence of that character. And now they've just reset everything in a different universe, but telling the same story, but with different characters. It's very strange. Who's seen episode 3? Who's seen the first 3 episodes? Let's talk about it. Am I being weird about all of this? Because it feels weird. Thank you for coming to this screening of Real Swell. As you head out, I've got 3 things to ask of you. 1, pick up your trash. These ushers don't get paid enough. 2, make sure you're following so you don't miss the next screening. And 3, hit that heart for me. I'll see you all next time. Make sure you've got your ticket.